Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast, Tennessee Titans Weekly. Jacques. Jacques. What's up, folks? Good morning, good evening. We're 3, folks. We're 0-3. We just allowed Malik Willis to come to Nashville and beat us. We allowed the Green Bay Packers to come here and pretty much do whatever they wanted to us, man. 30-14. It's a big loss. Unacceptable. Ridiculous. We're 0-3. 8 sacks. Unbelievable, Jacques. Malik Willis is sitting there like, even though he won't say it, Green Bay fans are like, bruh, that's you got cut from them guys? The Titans? Or you got traded for them guys? What? Jacques, this is ridiculous, man.
I was at the game. Oh, trust me, I was sitting by. Okay, so and we'll get into our segment. But there, when I say the ratio to Packers fans to Titans fans was not even close. Packers fans outnumbered us, man. Literally, the whole stadium. Go, Pack, go. Go, Pack, go. It's ridiculous. And like you said, what you just said, I actually had a Packers fan that was sitting in front of me said that exact same thing. Why did y'all get rid of him? What's going on? Why did y'all get rid of him? I don't know. This is what we do. I mean, he wasn't doing nothing here. Y'all got the fruits of our labor. Shout out to y'all. So you're 100% correct, Hawk.
Insane, man.
People, before we get started, if y'all watch our show, y'all don't know, I'm a season ticket holder. I'm there at every home game I possibly can be. Hawk is at a lot of home games and away games. We are invested in this team. So if our passion is there, that's why. Go ahead, Hawk.
Absolutely. We're here in the city. We're here. Yeah, we see it full color. And it's right after the game, too. We feel a certain way right now. And I'm sure you all, if you could put an emoticon or any emoji on there, man, show us how you feel right now, man, for real. So Jacques, we're about to get started, man. So as we mentioned, the Green Bay Packers are now 2-1. They beat the Tennessee Titans 30-14 here in Nashville. The former Titan Malik Willis came here to win. He showed out before those guys, man. They did a great job. So, Jacques, we got some pictures out there already, man. Hey, I see you over there, man. So, Jacques, looking at this game, and we're gonna have this poll question out there as well. What was the main reason why the Tennessee Titans lost to the Green Bay Packers 30-14 today?
Okay. I'm gonna say this: it's a good team loss, and I hate to have to say it like this, but it was a team loss. But let me give you my reasoning. I'm gonna let you cook on something else. I'm going to defense, man. The defense was not prepared at all. Okay, yep. We were not prepared at all. You don't come in and you don't let a backup quarterback, and again, shout out to Malik, man, because Malik, dude, in my opinion, has talent. But you do not come out and not prepare and think you're playing the middle school quarterback. He's still an NFL quarterback at the end of the day. Still an NFL quarterback at the end of the day. Some of those, I think the most impressive drives that I've seen from him were 3rd and 15s. I'm sitting in the stands. Ain't no way he can convert that. I said, man, he didn't do that when he was with us. I'm like, man, ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way. Right when I said he converted it. I said defense. I've been bragging on the defense all preseason. I've been bragging. We have the number 1 quote-unquote defense in the league. And y'all let up on that. And they couldn't even create a turnover. Couldn't even create a freaking turnover. Again, this is a good team loss because there's so many elements in this game. Because you need your defense to be locked down because your offense right now is still trying to catch up. Every offensive play has not been the best. We haven't scored 30 points in like 1,000 days or something crazy like that. So you need your defense to be locked in to help your offense. And again, unfortunately, and I get it. Defense can only do so much, but missed tackles today, okay? Not playing with any energy. Allowing your receivers to get in the zone and get past you. Allowing Malik Willis to run amok on you. You've seen him in practice. You know what he can do. You know he's an agile core. You know he's a dual threat. He's not Lamar Jackson fast, but he's elusive. To be his frame, he's elusive. And some of those plays, I'm like, man, wow, he converted that. Like, what are we doing? So that's for me, Hawk. Again, I think I know where you're going, but tell us your main reason on why we lost this game. It's many. It's so many.
Oh, man, it's so many, y'all. And we literally could go all day on the many reasons why the Titans lost this game. I don't really think we were successful in anything today, actually. I think, to your point, Jacques, the answer is all out, honestly. That's the reason why we lost this game. But I'm going to pinpoint one thing. Is this right here. Look at this picture, man. Right? So we benched Nicholas Petit-Frere, right? We benched him, and then we put in Jalen Duncan in the game, right? Same dude, same results, right? You the same guy. Yeah, you the same guy. We look like how we looked last year. You the same guy. We look like the year before that. Same situation, right? Different offensive line coach, everything. Folks might want to talk about Will Levis and his turnovers or whatever. I'm not putting it primarily on Will Levis today. I'm putting it on the offensive line. The offensive line played horrible, especially in the second half. You cannot give up 8 sacks in an NFL football game. There have been a few sacks I can say Will Levis maybe could have stepped up in the pocket, but I'm going to tell you, we're struggling on pass blocking. We're struggling when the defensive line are running stunts and they're crossing paths, or even allowing linebackers to sort of seep through. When those things are happening, our offensive line looks confused, right? They look confused. Green Bay didn't even really do anything special on bringing extra packages and blitzes. At times they would bring in maybe one linebacker. They ran a basic defense, and they was able to get 8 sacks. That's unacceptable. When I look at the offensive line play, when I look at Nicholas Petit-Frere, he got benched, right? Because he did dog wash out there. He put in Jalen Duncan, same results. You cannot play and get 8 sacks. You can't win. I'm giving a shout out again. Green Bay, Matt LaFleur, those guys coach well. But for us, we got Bill Callahan, the offensive line guru. He's got to do better. He's got to get these guys prepared. We were not prepared on offense nor defense. We were not prepared for Green Bay. I think we slept on their defense because coming into this game, Green Bay was one of the last in the league when it came to quarterback rushes and quarterback sacks, even on run defense. Green Bay's not known for that, right? But they showed up like they were the 2000 Baltimore Ravens. We stunk today. We stunk. Our offensive line, even in the first half, we only had 79 yards of offense, right? That's based on what you do up front. Will Levis doesn't have time to throw the ball. And even when Tony Pollard and those guys were running, they were doing all they could to try to find a hole to get through. It wasn't anything open. There were no passing lanes or anything. Our offensive line was cluttery, confused, and trash today. I'm putting it primarily on the offensive line today, man. That's why we lost this football game 30-14. Terrible. Awful.
But it's still the same song, different dance. Offensive line was trash last year. What did we end up having? We ended up having we had a whole new coaching staff this year. So it's still the same product. Same product.
Yep.
Same product. So
Yep.
At this point, it is what it is. Let me ask you this: the thoughts on Malik Willis? He came in. He did what I think he threw for like his total yardage was 202 yards. I think 2 touchdowns. He ran for 1. He was efficient. He didn't make no mistakes. He didn't throw a pick. We got sacked a couple of times, but I mean, we were used to that. What was your thoughts on him, man?
I'm going to tell you this, man. I got to give a shout out to Matt LaFleur and what he has done to understand the abilities of Malik Willis. How come we can't figure that out? Right? Malik Willis looked like Mike Vick out there. And I'm not exaggerating. He was running efficiently, throwing efficiently. There were times like, on certain plays early, a lot of safe stuff. But then when he needed to make throws, 3rd and 15, he made those throws. I was like, whoa. I said, what am I looking at here, right? I really am in shock based on the fact that, looking at some of the throws he made, it's not that I never thought he could make those type of throws, but he was efficient. He didn't make mistakes. He went up against the number 1 defense in the league, and he shredded us apart. Again, 378 of total offense for them. He spreaded the ball pretty well all over the field. 13 for 19, 202 yards and a touchdown. He even led them in rushing. He had 73 yards rushing and a touchdown. So at times when the plays were breaking down, Malik Willis was taking off. He looked comfortable. With us, he looked nervous. He was biting his nails and everything. Now, Malik Willis did admit that those games he started, he was not ready for the Titans. He did say that. But over time, again, that's how you learn. You get the right coaching, you get those things, and things make a difference. A lot of folks didn't even think Malik Willis was an NFL quarterback. Well, that is now put to bed. At least, I'm not sitting there saying he's some franchise quarterback, but I am saying he's a hell of a second quarterback that could be in the league for 10 years, right? Just finding the right situation. And so I'm actually thinking with Malik Willis, I was very impressed We were they scored 30 points. 30. Mm-hmm. As a Tennessee Titans, we ain't scored 30 points in over 1,000 days. And he did that with a backup quarterback. I'm impressed with Malik Willis, man. And our defense was not ready for him, bro. They were prepared like we were playing against Terry Bradshaw in the 70s. Just sitting there, you know, and not allowing opportunities to help themselves to where Malik Willis starts running and becoming elusive. We were not ready for that. We looked slow. We were not prepared. So we were defending ourselves. If we were a boxer, we was doing like this the whole game. And we shouldn't have been that way, given being a backup quarterback in Malik Willis, man. So that's my thoughts. What about for you, Jacques?
2 weeks or 3 weeks. He's only been with the Packers for 3 weeks, and he's came in and won them 2 games. Listen to what I just said. He's been with the Packers for 3 weeks, and he's always come and picked up the playbook, has taken the coaching, and has won them 2 games. We haven't won a game yet. Let that sink in. 3 weeks. 3 weeks. No more excuses, man. I'm sorry. There's no more excuses, man. I don't know what it is, but the young man played efficient. This is what me, Scout Malik, this is what I was seeing. I'm like, it's going to take him a minute to get acclimated to the NFL. 2 to 3 years, maybe 4. If you're patient with him, do it. If you're not, get rid of him. And you know, I've said that plenty of times, Hawk. Send him to a situation where he's going to get an opportunity. He's gotten lucky. Like you said, shout out to Matt LaFleur, because Matt LaFleur is smart. He's a very smart coach, man, to say, he got Jordan Love playing serviceable. He got Jordan Love that got them to the playoffs. I said, if he got him, imagine what he can do for him, right? He used his dual threat ability, which, again, we never used properly. We never used it properly, right?
Yep.
We never used it properly. Now, I will say in the preseason, he looked a lot better than what he's ever looked. I pay attention to this stuff. I'm like, man, he looked kind of solid. The reason why he got traded. Right? At the end of the day, y'all can talk your trash, whatever. We flat out got beat by a backup quarterback that the Titans fan base, not all, but a lot of people called him trash. Well, this trash quarterback came in and beat us. He chin checked us. He said, aha, this is what you get. You thought. And now they on a 2-1. Where we at? That first play that he threw, man, I'm telling you, Hawk, the first play he threw, well, no, I think it was like the third play that he threw to get him in the red zone. I couldn't believe it. I said, how the hell did he throw that?
Yeah, man.
He put it in the bread basket. I'm like, I said, ain't no way. I got up and I threw my hat down. They gave us some bucket hats. So shout out to the Titans. They gave us some bucket hats. I almost threw it out the thing because I was so ticked. I was like, what are we doing?
Yeah, man.
Shout out to him, man. Hey, eat, young man. I ain't hating on you, bro. Ain't no hating my blood. I'm sorry. Ain't no hating my blood. Do your thing, my guy. Third and 18. 3rd and 8. He picked up a 3rd and 8. Listen to what I just said. A 3rd and 18. I was talking trash. I'm gonna tell y'all, I was talking trash. I said, ain't no way he gonna pick up that 3rd and 18. My boy, shout out to Big Mike. He started laughing at me after it happened. He said, Jock, at this point, you just need to be quiet. I said, you know what? I do. You're right. I do. I need to shut up because I'm just doing more harm than I'm doing good right now. Shout out to Malik, man. Do your thing, bro.
Yep.
Do your thing.
Yep. Yeah. So, Jacques, looking at this game and looking at the Titans overall from this game, we've played 3 games now. We are 0-3. And folks, answer this in the chat as well. We'll pop that up on the screen. Right now, today, going into the next game and as the season go on, what is the worst part of the Tennessee Titans right now? I know it's a lot. Give us one that you feel is the worst part of our team right now.
Just the digression of the team. I'm going to say that. The team has digressed, man. We have not progressed. We have digressed. And I'm shocked because each game you're supposed to get better in something, right? Each game you're supposed, and then you can throw offensive line play in that. You can throw quarterback play. There's just a team period. I'm going the whole team, right? Again, another bonehead interception by Will Levis, which I would take this one because at least he was trying to make a play. I can take that, right? Good play, good read on Jaire Alexander. Hey, shout out. But what's concerning and the biggest thing is the digression, man. We have not progressed in nothing. And again, I'm starting to question it. Do we have a root on our team, man? Are we cursed? Like, I don't get it. We have all this talent on paper. But I said in the offseason, I said, man, you got talent on paper, but it has to transition to the actual field. The problem today, man, to your point, Hawk, we haven't scored over 30 points in 1,000 days, and you need to score points in this league in order for you to be progressive and roll with the big dogs. Now we back to where we were. We get down 17. Can we get out that hole? So to me, I think it's the digression of the team, man. I can get quarterback. I think it's just the digression, and we shouldn't be going backwards. We should be going forward. I can take a loss by a field goal or maybe a touchdown. I can take that, but it seems to get worse each week, dog. Each week. What about you, Hope?
Facts, no paper, Jacques. So we do have the poll question out there. I see it's a combination of offensive line playing Will Levis. I'm going to tell you mine, man. And for me, I think it's for me personally, man, when I look at everything, bro, I'm putting the onus on the offensive play calling, bro. And when I mean, I'm not talking about particular plays and how things are run in that regard. What I'm looking at is we lead the league in turnover ratio on the opposite end, right? We have 7 turnovers to 0. Now, I could say that's defense, right? Like, damn, we can't get not one turn. Lack of turnovers is huge for us. Again, we can say it's a whole lot of things, right? But a lot of these turnovers are offensive line getting beat off the line of scrimmage. They hit Will Levis, he fumbles, right? Or Will Levis throwing a dumb interception, or Will Levis even, making those shuffle passes he's had over the previous 2 weeks and making turnovers, right? But what I'm looking at on the offense is like, okay, what are we going to do to improve? Okay? 17, 17, 14, okay? That's how many points we've scored this season, right? We can't even break 20, bro. That I don't have a calculator in front of me, but that's what, 16 and a half points a game? That's terrible. That's awful. We got to put the ball. We got to get the ball. Look, in the second half against the Green Bay Packers today, there were 4 or 5 drives that the defense stopped the offense from scoring. I'm speaking on Green Bay. They had 1 or 2 field goals or whatever. We couldn't even get the ball in the end zone. Now, after we scored 14, that was it. It's like, man, like when the fourth quarter got hit, there was time for us to win this game. It was time for us to get back. We were down 13. So I was like, okay, well, look, the defense is making some stops, though they're not getting any turnovers. Can we make plays? And we didn't. We allowed 8 sacks. That's on the offense. That's on coaching. That's on everything. We have to set a better precedent to know, like, look, man, our scoring offense is trash. We can't score 20. Green Bay their defense is mid. They're not a bad defense, but they're not good as the Jets or the Bears. Cool. We couldn't even score 17 against the Packers. What is Brian Callahan? What is Bill Callahan? They need to have a father and son conversation. Hey, man, we need to talk about our offense, man. Get Nick Holtz in this conversation as well. What are we going to do, man? You know what I mean? I still say you go Will Levis going into next week for sure, but you got to figure out some stuff. We got to figure out. I started noticing him throwing the ball more to D-Hop. It seemed to be some success there. But at the end of the day, man, 14 points is not going to get it. 17 is not going to get it. We got to get some plays. Let's go. Let's get the ball in the end zone. This is ridiculous, man. So I'm putting most of the ownership on the offensive play caller, man.
How much is that if I do give you the playbook execution? Because I've heard Vrabel say the same thing with certain things that we had with quarterbacks. I just being in certain areas now, I understand from a coach's perspective. I think sometimes as fans in the media, we don't get the coach's thought process sometimes. Sometimes when I'm looking at that, I'm like, if I implement a system and I say, okay, hey, I'm going to dumb it. Shout out to Tom Brady, man. Tom Brady even said it the best. Quarterback play is not how it used to be back in the day. It's just not how it used to be. You have to dumb these things down. I don't care if you got Will Levis. I don't care if you got Malik Willis. I don't care if you got CJ Stroud. You have to dumb it down to their level. So when I'm looking at it, I have to dumb down my system and say, okay, hey, let's do these easy things. I'm playing to your quote-unquote strengths. If I'm playing to your quote-unquote strengths and you still can't execute, then it makes me look bad as a play caller all the way around. But if you know football, if you can break down all 22, if you see certain things, which I've seen certain things, I'm like, you could have got that out a tick early. You could have did this a tick early. You could have read this read. Why read this read? Why are we reading this? Sometimes it's my personnel. The Joker came from Joe Burrow to Will Levis. That's like coming from a Ferrari to a Houthi. Just saying, right? And shout out to you, Hawk, because again, play calling, I got to give Callahan, hey, sometimes you might have too much on your plate. Maybe you might need to take the play calling responsibilities and put it on Hope. Say, Hope, come up with something that I can't. Sometimes trying to double dip don't work, right? It just don't work. So that's the next thing that's gonna come in the. This is the same playbook crap that we've seen from as Titans fans. The next thing's gonna happen. Let me look at my crystal ball. You're gonna have media and fans saying, well, maybe Brian Callahan should say, let's give the play calling responsibilities to Holt. All right, cool. Holt, you take them, right? Let me give you a wish. You take the play calling. All right, let's see if you can dial up something better. I actually want that to happen because I want to see something. I'm just gonna keep saying that. I want to see something. But anyway, Hawk, let me get to the second segment here, my brother, or third or fourth segment. With that being said, how many wins do you think the Titans are going to win? We 0-3, man. What you thinking?
I don't think, man, Vegas is looking like they're going to be right now. They're saying under 6.5 wins this season, man. I think right now, that's what we're tracking. I'm really kind of starting to kind of think that we might not win 6 games, man. I'm kind of starting to feel the under here, and that's crazy. Because I don't know. How are we going to win? How? We were close against the Jets and the Bears. We got beat by the Packers. How? Like, we're not causing any turnover. We're worse in the league in turnovers. You want to know how you win in the NFL? You cause turnovers. Any team that gets any game, you could have 500 to 1,000 yards in one game. If you have 2 turnovers, the other team has 0, and they might have 200 yards, they're going to probably win the game. That's how crucial turnovers are. Right now, it ain't happening, bro. We're not causing turnovers. We're not scoring on offense. We're not getting much from punt, kickoff, and punt return. There has not been any close of anything breaking. There hasn't been any interceptions that's been close. No fumbles, anything. We haven't done anything to generate wins. All we've been doing is playing safe and hoping that mistakes are being made, or we're doing things to where, okay, let's keep everything in a box. That's not going to equate to wins. It's not. These 3 teams we've played, well, I think Green Bay could be a good team. I think the Jets are going to improve. Mm-hmm. But I still don't think these teams are just going to just be like, whoa, right? So I don't see it, man. I'm starting to kind of feel 5 wins. I'm telling you, I don't see it. I don't see it. They got to change my mind. I'm not optimistic. I'm more pessimistic. If I'd be 90 pessimistic, 10% optimistic, Jacques. So I'm under 6, bro. What about you, Jacques?
Man, I was wrong in my predictions. I'm tired of doing those. Under 6. I mean, I'm like you. I don't see. I'm looking at our schedule and I just don't see. I don't know, bro. Under 6 for sure. Hell, the Colts won today, and I'm like, well, that was some of our guaranteed wins, but can we even beat them? Like at this point, bro, I don't know. That's under 6 for sure. And I hate Vegas, but Vegas is right most of the time, and I can't believe it. But
yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to start being a little bit more realistic, man. Just to be honest with you. But yeah, under 6. For me, it's under 6.
For sure. All right, cool. Well, listen, we're about to start getting to our favorite part of the show over here in the next 5 to 10 minutes. What we do here on the live chop up, we give you an opportunity to ask questions in the chat. The question that we see is the best. We'll pop that up on the screen. If you're watching this or hearing this on any other platform, your comments won't be able to be seen on the screen or in audio or anything like that. But if you're on Bleacher Report, you'll have that access. So let's get to the live chop up, Jacques.
So T Fisher 005 says, if we were a top 3 in the draft, do we draft a quarterback? Oh, do we draft a quarterback?
I would definitely consider it. I will look at what we have. I'm not going to say hell yeah, but I am, because again, I think Will Levis still has opportunities for the rest of the season to show what he's worth. So at the end of the day, it's really how he finishes the season. It's on Will Levis. It's on him, because you want to do a 2 to 3 year plan with a quarterback. So it's on Will Levis. If he stinks, he could continue to make the mistakes he's made in those first 2 games, I don't think you have a choice. I think so. And I'm also looking at some other positions too. Now I look at the defense and looking at there's other holes that we have within the line. I don't know, man. I'd say I consider it, Jacques. What about you, bro?
I would definitely consider it. I mean, again, this is not Callahan and Rand Carthon's quarterback. So if you see your guy, if you've done your evaluation and you've invested and did your homework, and you see, hey, we might want to go and get him, because the advantage of that is you can let Will Levis play it out. Let him sit, let him learn, let him do what he do, and then if you feel like he can pick it up, pick it up.
Yep, that's right.
So Skillet 89 says, is Burke a bust? You know what? I'm going to say this. I don't even, to be honest with you, I don't know, because if he goes to another team, he might look like Randy Moss. I don't know. I don't trust the Titans system to say yes or no. I just don't. I don't. I can say, yeah, he's a bust. But the problem is, will he go somewhere else to show out? I don't know. Hawk, is he a bust?
From what I see right now, yes, he is. Yes, he is. I think he's had opportunities to make plays. Even today, he could have had a catch. He dropped it. Like, he just, when the spotlight is on him to make a play, he don't do it. And he's a first-round pick. We essentially, with Jay Brown trade, not saying they were trying to trade 1-for-1, but when we made the trade, it was like, well, at least we get a receiver in the first round. It didn't happen. So I'm going to say yes right now.
I'm gonna say this. He's another one that needs to go. He needs to go to a system that is friendly to him, that's gonna put him in the best situation to succeed. Right now, Titans are not your forte, my brother. And that's probably, it wouldn't be surprising if you're trying to sabotage yourself and get up out of here. But he's another one that needs to go. Just go, bro. Because again, he's another one that has the potential. He just stays hurt. So Johnny Hill says, how hot is Callahan's seat? Callahan's seat is not hot at all. Callahan is a new coach. Callahan is implementing a new system. I actually am okay with Callahan right now because Callahan can turn this ship around. Callahan is okay. I think as Titans fans, we're so paranoid that we're looking at this as like deja vu. Give Callahan some time to bring in his people. No, I don't think it's Callahan. And if his seat is hot and you do fire him, that's stupid. Go ahead, Hawk. Is his seat hot?
Facts, no paper, Jacques. I don't think it's hot either at all, actually, because again, he's new. So, you got to give him a chance to at least do that. But I'm gonna tell you this. There's one person that's in the equation that is quick to kind of jump on some stuff, and that's Amy Adams Strunk, man. Okay. Yes. She gets really pissed off easily. And now we're walking to her office on Monday, which you're meeting with your boss. Well, boss, we just lost to Malik Willis, a guy that we just cut a few weeks ago. We got beat pretty handily, and we've only scored 14 points. So I don't think his seat is hot, but she's going to have conversations like, hey, man, come on, man. What's going on? Like, now, there could be some other hot seats. You know what I'm saying? There could be. But I don't know yet because it's still early in the season. But some things got to get turned around here, man. We're 0-3, man. We're 0-3. So, yeah.
Well, yeah. Tennessee, it says, what is the priority position targets for this upcoming offseason? What would you prioritize, Hawk?
I think it depends on where we draft. So we draft early, and Will Levis is, if you know, kind of he's not going to go there, I would say quarterback. But I would just generally give him the benefit of the doubt because he's still young in his career. I would say offensive right tackle or wide receiver, a young receiver. That's why I would think right now. If I said one position, I'd say offensive line, somebody on the right side on the line, man. What about you, Jacques?
I guess the right side. But again, this experiment's gonna keep happening. So if we do go get a premier right tackle and we still have struggles, then what? So prioritize right tackle. Try to get one in free agency. If you can draft one. But then we do need a young receiver ASAP. Because
what would you pick if you think an offensive line is not the one? So that's
okay. So I'll say it like this: free agency, right tackle, wide receiver, draft for me.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I just say they just blatantly like that. Skillet says, should we bench Will Levis? Hawk, should we bench Will Levis?
No. I thought maybe prior to this game there was a possibility. Again, that was just on thought based on the mistakes that he made, and if it had happened, I'd understand. But no, I don't think so. Will Levis, even today, I mean, I saw some things. He had some points. He had there are times he showed things like, you know what I mean? So he didn't make catastrophic mistakes except for the pick six. He did make the pick six. That's on Will Levis 100%. But that's going to happen, seems like, with this guy, man. But I don't think you bench him yet. No, I don't think so. Not yet. You know what I mean? And hopefully you don't. Hopefully he can work out this crap and be good. What about you, Jacques?
I mean, keep him out there. Depends on how fast you want to save this season. If you want to save your season, don't bench him just yet. Give him like 2 or 3 more games. But if you 0-6, 0-7, then you might need to consider it. At that point, the experiment has exactly wrote itself. The ship is rolled, bro. I mean, we can't keep saying he's young. We can't keep doing that. So right now, ride with him. But if you go into the bye 0-5, you might want to reconsider something. I'm just saying, right?
Yeah.
Again, we can keep living on potential. That's fine, but I'm a little bit over potential at this point. Snappy says, last week you talked about when it's time to pull Will Levis, it's panic button time. I'm hearing that from a lot of people, man, but again, Callahan did say they're sticking with him, so he's not getting benched anytime soon. So I just want to throw that out there to everybody. It's not happening anytime soon. But if you want to be butts in the seats, you better do something, because from what I'm hearing, a lot of people are not going to just waste their money to go see the Titans in person. I can watch it on TV and just chill on my couch and sip on some other stuff. So yeah.
We'll go one or two more questions, y'all, and then we'll be done.
I agree, Snappy Potato. This was a must-win game, and we did not win it. Yep. Let's see. Talking to him after the pick six. That means, yeah, you want to ride behind. You're gonna ride behind your peoples, man. No matter what, they ain't lost him yet. But again, if you're 0-5, 0-6, that's something that's a bad sign, man, that you might need to look into. You might need to evaluate something. It's a bad sign when the coach bends to the crowd. What
it
y'all
is. Yes.
You said what now?
Forte. Yes. So I thought that was interesting. When it was 4th down and he put the punt team out there, right? Snapping Forte is a hell of a comment. He called a timeout because he heard the crowd booing. Then he changed his mind, right? That is interesting. It's like, regardless, you can't allow the crowd to change your thoughts if you have a thought already in mind. Then what happened, right? He did that, and they did not convert, right? It didn't convert, right? So, shout out for him for trying, but it didn't work. And it cost us some points because they ended up scoring a field goal. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I thought that was a bad sign too. I agree with that.
I had left the game by then. I didn't see that. That's funny.
Yep.
That's funny.
Yep. He did exactly that. I was like, oh, he changed his mind. Oh, he was persuaded.
Hey, it gets dicey in there, man. I'm gonna tell you, it gets dicey. Oh, shout out to Taylor Lewan, man. He was sitting right above me. I sit in the club level when he was in the suites. Look at Taylor right there. What up, Taylor? You want to suit up, bro, and go ahead and go ahead and do some blocking, my friend?
Yep. All right, we'll go one more question, y'all.
Let me see. He said he's agreed with the decision on 4th and 2. He just had a bad play like that. Yeah. Everybody was booing. Well, yeah. Snapping for Tay, were you at the game? Who was at the game? If you put a 1 in the chat, if you was at the game. Let me see. We got one question right here. Do you think Cali made any adjustments at the half this game?
Nope. I don't. Nope. I think Denard Wilson, Coach Wilson did. I think he made some adjustments because Malik Willis wasn't out there freewheeling and running and making those type of plays. I think, got gashed up a little bit in the run defense, but Callahan did not make any adjustments on offense. No, I actually think they played worse in the second half. They had the one drive where he threw the D-hop. That's the one adjustment. But no, I don't think so.
Got it. Yep. Hey, Jahan said he was there. Jahan, how many did you see all them Packer fans, my guy? There were tons of Packer fans in the house, dog. I'm getting tired of seeing it, man. Dog. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Let's see. He said Levis is getting benched right now. The guy thought they were going to bench him after 2 weeks. Now, don't pull the Bryce Young card. Don't do that because you'll kill his confidence even more. Let him play it out. Let him play because you need to see what you have. Because a whole season of tape, I can really evaluate the quarterback position then, right? If I can say we can ride with him maybe another year or two, we'll do that. I got to make a case to Amy to say, hey, this is our guy, or we need to move in a different direction. So don't bench him. Let him keep playing. Let him keep doing his thing.
Yeah. Gotcha, man. Well, all right, y'all. Well, listen, we want to say thank you all for tuning in onto the show, y'all. As always, the comments have been on fire today. We appreciate that, y'all. As you all know, again, the Tennessee Titans with their now 0-3. The big loss today against the Green Bay Packers, 30-14. Again, thank you all for tuning into the show, man. Hey, listen, follow us on Bleacher Report. I'm here at Lorenzo_the Hulk. We got Jacques at Jacques Merrill. You can find us as well on YouTube at Tennessee Titans Weekly. We're on Twitter at Titans Weekly 24/7. We're on Instagram at Tennessee Titans Weekly. We're on Apple. We're on Spotify. We are in those internet streets, folks.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all for watching the show, man, and participating. We really appreciate that. And again, let's get to the Dolphins and see if we can make an adjustments and try to get a W. But anyway, Hawk, take us out, brother.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you have yourself a great rest of your day as we play the next game on Monday night. We hope you have a great rest of your week. And as we always say, and as we always do, folks, facts.
No paper.